So if you've got yourself an American Express credit card, then it's most likely that you're earning American Express reward points. But what makes these points more valuable than other reward points on the market? And most importantly, how can you redeem them to get maximum value? Now, there are multiple ways to use your American Express reward points, which is great, but not every redemption option is going to give you the same amount of value. And you'll see that as we get into the video, most redemption offers are actually not that great, whilst only a few are really good. So that's what we're gonna do in today's video. We're gonna go through all the different redemption options and see actually how much value each one of those options actually gives us in order to teach you how to maximize value from your American Express reward points in the future. Now, American Express is what is called a flexible rewards program, meaning that the points that you earn on your American Express credit card can be redeemed in a variety of different ways, from gift cards to use at your favorite store, to booking a domestic or international flight, or how about just outright paying for your items whilst you shop online at David Jones. Or my favorite way is to actually transfer your points to a range of different partner airline programs. In fact, there's a total of 13 different airline and hotel partners. This is why I personally value American Express reward points higher than other reward point earning credit cards in Australia, because you simply have a lot more flexibility in terms of how you actually spend your points. If you have a direct earning card from Qantas or Virgin Australia, this means that you're limited to that one airline and that one airline alliance. Now, another flexible way in which you can earn points is with today's sponsor, HEYMAX. HEYMAX is a free platform that allows its users to maximize their frequent flyer points. Whenever you shop through HEYMAX, you can earn reward points that are known as Max Miles. Now, think of Max Miles as a flexible rewards program, just like American Express, except with even more flexibility. Max Miles are actually some of the most versatile reward points on the market, transferable to over 20 different airline and hotel partners at a 1-to-1 ratio, which includes all of the direct transfer partners that you see on the screen here, which are all live to be transferred now. The transfer of points between airlines and hotel partners is really seamless and takes less than a business days for most, whilst for some it can be instantaneous. There's also no fees when you transfer your points, and your Max Miles will never actually expire. And if you don't want to, you can just redeem them for gift cards from multiple different retailers at a rate of $1 to every 100 Max Miles. Now, there are over 150 different retailers that you can shop at through HEYMAX, with some of my favorite retailers being Agoda, Expedia, and Booking.com. There's also limited time deals where you can earn upsized cashback for Max Miles with specific retailers. And you want to know the added bonus on top of all of this? Well, if you're using your points earning credit card when you're making your purchase, you'll still earn reward points on top of that. So it's pretty much like you're double dipping in reward points. So sign up to HEYMAX using a link down below and receive 500 free Max Miles upon sign up, and then another free 500 Max Miles when you make 3 confirmed transactions and also verify your mobile phone. Now let's deep dive into the different redemption options with American Express. So I'm gonna group the first 3 redemption options together because they're all kind of related to shopping or redeeming your points for purchases. So statement credits is where you can use your points to pay for your past transactions. So for example, I've selected a recent PayPal transaction for $6.53. And if I wanted to redeem this transaction for statement credits to offset that purchase in the past, then this would cost me around 1,306 points to redeem. If you want to shop with points, then you can do so directly with multiple retailers from David Jones, Myers to The Good Guys. And when you pay for your purchase, you can actually choose the option to use your American Express reward points to pay it off. So in this example for these shoes, I need to spend a little over 160,000 Amex reward points to pay it off in full. And lastly, with gift cards, you have the option to redeem points for gift cards from a variety of different retailers. So for example, I could redeem a $100 Amazon gift card for 20,000 points. Now in all three of these options that I just went through, the redemption value for the points that you're gonna have to spend is the same. So in the case of the statement credit, I redeemed a past transaction for $6.53 for 1,306 Amex reward points, which equates to 0.5 cents per point. For the $799 shoes, it was 159,840 points, which once again equates to 0.5 cents per point. And for the $100 gift card, it was 20,000 points, once again giving me 0.5 cents per point. So generally speaking, redeeming your points for gift cards, statement credits, or for purchases at online retailers isn't going to give you the most value for your American Express reward points, and I actually personally wouldn't recommend doing it unless you have no choice. Now the next redemption offer is going to be using Amex's own travel portal. Now you can actually directly book flights, hotel accommodation, and car hire via Amex's own travel portal and use your points to actually pay for those purchases. So for example, let's look up flights between Melbourne and Sydney and see how much that would actually cost us. So as you can see, the flight from Melbourne to Sydney will cost us around about $100 flying with Jetstar, which is the equivalent of spending around about 18,000 points, which if you do the calculations once again, the redemption value is also 0.5 cents per point here. So by redeeming our points for travel via Amex's own travel portal also only gives us 0.5 cents per point in value. But just wait, because let's move on to the last and final method, which is to transfer your points to a partner airline. So with the American Express Rewards program, you have access to a lot of different frequent flyer programs. This means you have the ultimate flexibility when it comes to redeeming your points for a frequent flyer program of your choice. Once you understand the power of having access to multiple different airline programs through your American Express Rewards program, frankly, you'll probably never want to go back to a direct earning card like Qantas. Having access to multiple partner airlines means that you can transfer your points to the one that has the award seat availability that you're after and still book the flight that you want. Whereas on the other hand, with a direct earning card, you're stuck with that one airline, meaning if they don't have the award seat availability that you're looking for the dates and the destination that you're looking to travel to, this means that you may have to change your dates or, in the worst case scenario, book full fare prices for those flights. So let's actually deep dive and see what value you can get from redeeming your points to a partner airline. Now, Qatar is one of my favorite airlines to transfer my reward points to because they have great reward seat availability, meaning it's quite easy to find business class reward flights. So for a flight from Sydney to London, I can fly business class one way for 90,000 Avios points, which is the equivalent to 180,000 membership reward points, plus around $260 in taxes. Now for the exact same flight in the cash price, that would cost me $5,698 one way. So in order to calculate how much value I'm getting for my reward points, I would take the total cash flight price, take away the taxes I would have had to pay, and then divide that by the 180,000 membership reward points, which gives us 3 cents per point in value. So by using this method, you can get over 6 times as much value for your reward points compared to all of the previous reward redemption offers that we just talked about. Now you might think that this video is going to end right there, but there's an extra step that you can do when you're transferring your points to a partner airline to really maximize your reward points even further. And that's by understanding the simple concept of airline alliances and how partnerships work. So with American Express, you have access to the One World Alliance as an example. And this is through Qantas if you're a platinum member, Malaysia Airlines, Cathay Pacific, and also Qatar Airways. What this means is that you can easily compare the prices between each one of these programs. For example, any flight from an Australian city to Hong Kong operated by Cathay Pacific costs around 58,000 Asia miles, whereas the same flight with Qantas costs 82,000 frequent flyer miles. So in many cases, redeeming Asia miles for Qantas and One World flights actually represents better value than redeeming Qantas points for the same flight on a one-to-one comparison between the two programs. And comparing prices between programs isn't limited within those within the same airline alliance. If two airlines fly to the destination that you're looking to travel to, then you can definitely go ahead and compare those as well. For example, if we go into Google Flights and search for flights from Sydney to Amsterdam, we can see that there's a few options that we could choose from based on the best available flights. We could either book with Singapore Airlines, Qatar, and Emirates, and all of these airlines are partner airlines with American Express, so we can actually compare all three to see where we would get the most value for our points. So if we hop onto the Singapore Airlines website and try to find those reward seats for those exact same dates, this is going to cost us 58,000 KrisFlyer miles plus an additional $112 in taxes, which is the equivalent to 175,000 Amex reward points. With Qatar, this would cost us 45,000 Avios points plus around $264 in taxes, which is the equivalent to 90,000 Amex reward points. And for Emirates, this would actually cost us 112,000 miles plus around $460 in taxes, which is the equivalent of 224,000 Amex reward points. So when we compare all three options, redeeming our points for a reward flight with Qatar is going to allow us to maximize the value of our membership reward points, where we get around 1.37 cents in value. Now, a general tip when searching for award spaces is that it can take a business day or two to have your points transferred from American Express to the partner airline of your choice. The last thing that you want to happen is having the award seat that you're looking to book disappear and have someone else book it instead. Because once you transfer your points over to that partner airline, then you can't actually transfer them back and you'll have to be limited to booking a flight with that award program. So definitely do proceed with caution when you're looking to book a reward seat with a frequent flyer program. So because American Express is a flexible rewards program, your options actually become much wider, and whilst it may be quite daunting at the beginning, once you get the hang of it, it really is quite easy to navigate. It's the reward program that I focus on most when I'm spending on any one of my cards, and I think once you really understand the concepts that I've kind of explained in this video, it might be your favorite one too. If you have any questions on the video, make sure to drop me a question down below and I'll make sure to try and answer you as best as I can. Now, if you enjoyed the video or learned something new, make sure to hit that like button down below, as it really does help out the channel, and subscribe for more credit card related content in the future. Now, if you're interested in knowing which American Express credit card is the best to sign up for, make sure to check out this video right here where I talk just that.